Hi, Year 9. By now you should have started planning your essay for Freedom Ride on the planner in the Google Doc. I did have a look today at the progress of all of you and am a little bit alarmed that a lot of you have not started planning your essays on there. This is a bit of a concern considering that we've already had a couple of lessons on this. Or a couple of periods for you to work on this. So if you haven't started, you really need to get your skates on because you're going to really fall behind and not have enough time to complete your essay. Okay, I want to go through a couple of things that I noticed when I was looking at your planning sheets. Just bear with me a minute, I'm just going to try and scroll down. All right, so just scrolling down here. Okay, so this is what I filled out last time when I recorded the lesson, the three main ideas. So I want to talk a little bit about the three main ideas. The three main ideas are going to basically be the topic sentences for your body paragraphs. All right, so your three main ideas that you talk about in your introduction have to match the topic sentences in your body paragraphs. So they need to be the same. I noticed that some of you have put, as your ideas, you've put a particular character, such as Barry is an outsider and tries to change things in Mulgrew. So we want to try to stay away from using character names in the topic sentence. The topic sentence should be a general statement about the essay topic, and then you speak about specific characters in the paragraph, in your body paragraphs. So for example, the first main idea that I've got here, different views to the majority of the town. So people with different views to the majority in the town are outsiders who try to make changes in Bulgari. Right, so you can see how I haven't actually mentioned a particular person. I've said it in a general way. And then when I use this idea in the body paragraph, so I'm just going to copy and paste that down to my first body paragraph. Okay, so idea one, I'm going to have the same idea that I mentioned in my introduction, the first main idea. You might word it slightly differently for your topic sentence. In fact, it is a good idea to try to word it slightly differently so you're not repeating exactly the same words. But it needs to be the same idea that you mentioned in your introduction. So the idea that I'm going with for the first body paragraph is that people with different views to the majority in the town are outsiders who try to make changes in Mulgrew. So if we're thinking about people with different views to the majority, we know that Barry has different views about the Aborigines than the majority of the town. So the majority of the town are quite racist towards the Aborigines, whereas Barry treats them just like anybody else. All right, and he doesn't discriminate just because they're Aboriginal. And he shows this by giving Mickey a job at the caravan park. All right, so that can be your first example. So your first example could be Barry has very different views to people in the town towards the Aboriginal people, and he employs Mickey in the caravan park. All right, and then your evidence here can be a quote that relates to this example. So I'm just going to do this for you so you can understand how to fill out the body paragraphs, okay? So Barry treats the Aborigines very differently to others in the town. He treats them like everyone else and does not discriminate against them because of their race. Okay? Race or skin colour, you could say. All right, so that's my idea. My evidence is going to be a specific example that shows that idea. All right, so my example, you can put your example over here too in this box. Actually, I might do that because I've written an example up there. So an example is Barry employs Mickey at the caravan park. All right, so in here, we're going to put a quote that matches the example. So I'm not going to get the quote for you. That's up to you to find it. But I'm just going to type in here what you would need to put. Quote that matches the example. Okay? And then you can explain what your evidence shows. So just say the quote that I've used is about what happens to Barry, because after he employs Mickey at the caravan park, that people are leaving and his accounts are being closed and all that sort of stuff. So that might be the quote that I use. So I could say this shows that Barry is prepared to lose business and friends for the so what could we write there? To lose business and friends in order to do what he thinks is right, which is to treat Aboriginal people the same as white people. This highlights the lengths that Barry will go to try and create change in the town. Okay, so I've just explained, that Barry has employed Mickey, which goes against the majority of the town's beliefs about Aborigines and how they should be treated, and that by doing this, Barry loses business, loses friends, but he's so wanting to make change in the town that he does this even though he loses business and friends. He does this because he wants things to change. Okay, so it's basically what you're wanting to say in that paragraph. Okay, so then you do exactly the same for the next. You have a linking word. So linking word, that's another thing that I also wanted to talk about. I've noticed that some people are using just any linking word from the table. So if we just scroll up, you'll see that up here there are linking words. But up here you'll see there are linking words for writing about different ideas. So that's if you're going to change your idea or contrast something. And then there are linking words for writing about similar ideas. So I've noticed that some people are using however or in contrast when they should be using these words here, because you're adding further points to your paragraph. You're not changing the idea. Okay, so you need to just be careful of that, because otherwise the linking word that you picked is not going to make sense. So going back to the first body paragraph, I'm going to add another idea to this, to my topic sentence, that people with different views to the majority in the town are outsiders who try to make changes. So I would, if you're adding an idea, a similar idea, you want to use words like furthermore, or in addition, or those sort of words, additionally. So just be careful that you're using the right linking word, okay? You only want to use however or in contrast if you're changing the idea to something different. Okay, so another example of someone with different views to everybody else is Robbie. So you could talk about Robbie here and do exactly the same thing as I've done up here. So thinking about Robbie, how are his views different to other people in the town? And what does he do that's different? Like, how does he try to change things? An example of how Robbie tries to change things because his beliefs are different to other people in the town. So an example of that might be that, you know, he becomes friends with Mickey, which is something that most other people in the town would never do. They would never be friends with an Aboriginal person. It was just unheard of. All right, so the fact that Robbie becomes friends with Mickey shows that he's wanting change as well. Okay, wants Aboriginal people to be accepted. He also wants justice for them as well, which we can see when Robbie exposes his father's crime of running over Dwayne, and he says something about, oh, you know, you haven't investigated it, or it's just been ignored. So this is exposing his father's crime against the Aborigines, and he's trying to change things. Even though he's not necessarily successful in changing it, he's speaking out the truth because he believes that's the right thing to do. So he wants justice. He sees that the Aboriginals have had a wrong done against them, and he wants justice for them. So he's trying to change the corruption in the town of the police that, you know, are purposefully not investigating Dwayne's death because they know that a white person killed him. All right, so I hope this makes sense. I hope I'm not rambling on too much, and that I've helped you in some way. It is difficult to help you in this situation online, but I want you to, if you have questions or you get stuck, I want you to type in the chat on Teams, because I can answer you straight away during the lesson. I'm always at my computer during the lesson. If I'm ever not going to be at my computer, I'll let you know, but I'm always at my computer, so I'm there to answer your questions and help you, right? And if you're really struggling, I can pull up your planner and see what you've done, and I can give you some feedback as well. Okay, so make sure you use that, because I would hate for you to fill out your whole planner and then realise that you've done it incorrectly, or you've done it about the wrong topic or something like that. Okay? So the rest of this lesson, you need to continue planning your body paragraphs. Try to get as much of your planning sheet done as you can. Hopefully by the end of the lesson, you're getting towards the end of your planning. And then I will also be doing some lessons on how to actually put that all together. So how to get all the ideas from your planner and put it into an essay format. I'll be talking you through that as well. Okay, I hope to speak to you guys tomorrow on Teams chat, which is actually today because you're watching it tomorrow, which is going to be today for you. So I'll see you then.